Other interpretations are it allows, in formal terms, it allows light to play across the surface and the composition, and that's thought that the painting then has a spiritual presence. These are more recent adaptations. I've never seen these zigzag. The zigzag in Mundine and over that way means river course, of course, and a wind pattern. The wind, the first winds of the wet season. On the right here, you have all these diamond patterns that are associated with the honey spirit. And as you can imagine, we fight against sugar in this day and age and everything, that for a society that doesn't have sugar cane, any sugar has magical qualities. If anyone's been, I went on a Pritikin diet once, believe it or not, and I've since given it up, of course, and you would find just giving up sugar, if you give up sugar, within a week or 2 weeks, the effect on your body is incredible. You'll sleep better. It's a drug that, you know, you don't realise how much it's a drug. And it will get, once it's out of your system, you discover things that you never realised before. You'll read in my book on how to live a better life. You know. These are the original poles that led this revolution after the Second World War. 1958, these were commissioned on Melville Island, in fact. Melville Island, which is not the more popular island now, more well known as Bathurst, where the Catholics went, and set up their mission there, and where the football happens there. Now, Aboriginal dance, we talk about Aboriginal things being mixed, that they take place, and it's almost like Aboriginal people dance for fun and profit. The photograph on the right up here is an Aboriginal dance group at Expo in Tokyo in 1972. Now this is when the Japanese really became famous, not infamous, but they became more famous in a friendly way, that they were a superpower in the world. They had Expo there. That was the first monorail that we ever really saw, that was set up to take people from this place to the airport in Osaka. And I was there in that place about 3-4 years ago. I spent a year at a museum on this site, the Expo site, Expo Park. Now, in Darwin, right from after the Second World War, they used to put commission, or pay basically, Aboriginal people to dance for visiting P&O liners and visiting guests, etc. So this photograph is in Darwin, the gardens, down near the Gardens Oval, in Darwin itself. On regular occasions they danced like this. It was never seen as real art. It was seen as a curiosity thing, etc. In the left figure is Jardie Ashley, the artist again. Do you know the Jardie?
Yeah, we do, in the exhibition downstairs.
Yes, and his wife, was married to Dorothy Juckle. They used to collaborate together on a lot of paintings. This is him here. And we were talking about people seeing fabric for the first time. This dance thing is not a crucifixion, but it represents the pole, the mast of a boat. Every year up until 1900, 1910, Macassan people from what's now Indonesia used to come and visit the north coast of Australia. And at the end of their time, they come there with the northwest trade winds, or northeast, sorry, winds that bring them down. They then put their boats up, wait till the end of the dry season, collecting pearl shell and sea cucumber. There's a restaurant in Chinatown called the Something Oceans restaurant. It's really huge upstairs. Something Oceans restaurant, and you can order sea cucumber, which has it's a particular attraction, I guess. It's an acquired taste. But it had a very big market. They used to dry it, they used to smoke these things, dry them, and take them back to Indonesia, and then they eventually worked their way to Singapore, where they sold them to the Chinese as an aphrodisiac. This spirit figure here on the right, on the left, is Moriana, the honey spirit. And near where David Malunga used to live, this is the body pattern for it, but he's also associated with a particular wind that comes. And as I said, that honey would be seen as a almost sacred thing. If you'd never tasted honey before, and you suddenly had honey, it gives you lots of energy, it makes you, strengthens you, it allows you to do things that you never thought before. And he's associated with a wind that comes, and that's why this leaf of a plant, that's called a wild orange plant actually, is associated with the honey spirit. And right near this place we went, there was a sacred site there that I was shown, and we followed it, we looked for it for 4 days. It's just, it'd be like almost trying to find the curiosity shop between here and the next, Campbell Parade. We went around this place for 4 days. We had 6 flat tyres. We thought something's telling us to keep away from this place. The whole truck was wrecked. We ran into trees. These trees seemed to attack us. It was amazing, we'd think, oh yeah, those 2 trays will fit through there, and it seemed suddenly we'd be caught. It was a really funny time at the end because the anthropologist who was there had to limp back to Darwin with this completely wrecked truck. It was brand new in the rock. She had to borrow tyres and that's what I did to get out. Anyway, but eventually we did find this site, and on the side of a hill there were these big rocks about double the size of basketballs that were laid out in a line. So there was a big cone, phallic cone shape on the side of this hill, and that was where this honey spirit, who taught people to be happy and to sing and dance, he's associated with a shark story, that he came and killed a shark. There's a story which is like a tsunami story. As somebody told me that the tides came in one wet season and they went out. And when they went out, they went way out, like way out. And this shark was trapped in a pool. And this honeyman found the shark and saw it, and he speared the shark and cut it up. As he was cutting it up, the tide came back, and this man told me, well, when the tide came back, it was like this tidal wave. And I was thinking, yeah, he was really colourfully describing this whole event. But since then, I thought about this whole thing with the tsunami. And he bolted, as I say, he ran and fled the tide coming in and left the shark, and he got up to the high ground. Now nearby this place, Yatalamara, which is where the site was, there was the next bit of land is actually called the place of the shark. And there's a little pool there called Mirapi, which is where the shark was trapped. And it suddenly started to make sense in many ways.
John, you'll have to finish.
Yes.
Five minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes.
Okay.